Friends, you must have understood that if you practice with your friends in Sanskrit, Sanskrit study becomes very enjoyable. Here we are with Dashamaha Pathaha Praveshaha. Let's play one game. As you have learnt all the vowels and consonants, we'll say a, I, u all together. Let's say a, I, u, lu, a, I, o, au. Okay, this much is enough. Now, we are going to make some small names by these vowels. How to make them? A will make lat by that, putting l and t half. We leave one vowel. Alternate vowel will be e, so we'll make lit. Again alternate u will be lut. Alternate ru will be lut. So here ru is actually a different vowel which comes at the end. We normally play like say like a, I, u, a, I directly. So a will also be taken. Let. Then we leave this o, lot. So all the alternate vowels we have taken and we have made lat, lit, lut, lut, let, lot. And again putting ng in front, we'll say lang, ling, lung, lung. Here ling, lung, it's not needed because we have got 10. We had decided to make 10 classes by which we will get 10 classes or sections to divide our verbs. These are lat, lit, lut, lut, let, lot, lang, ling, lung, lung. Number is 10. This patha verb root is declined in all these names. These are what? These are tenses and moods. There are 10 tenses and moods in Sanskrit. Apart from that, there are no tenses and no moods. So we are going to learn gradually all the tenses and all the moods. Already we have learned a lot. I think we have learned 5 tenses and 3 tenses and 2 moods. So here, how to decline this patha in all these 10 classes? To learn that, we'll have to understand how the suffixes are used in these 10 classifications. These lat, lit, lut, lung, all these names are called as lakaras. Our ancient grammarians have given this name lakaraha. Let's learn that. We have seen before that how 10 lakaras are formed by a, I, u. Alternate vowels are taken and these names are made. These names are lat, let, lit, lut, lut, and then lung, 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 and here I have written lot, vidhiling, ashilling. There are 2 types. How? One is by ending by t and one is ending by ng. Let's understand which lakara is formed or identified for which tense or mood. Lat lakar is always for present tense. Lat vartamane. So here all the suffixes are given. All the suffixes are given once, and with every lakaras their form is changed. For changing this form, we are supposed to remember some rules and then understand that in lat lakara what will be the form In late lakara, lung, lung, accordingly, what will be the form of the verb? So, lakaras are concerned with verbs. Verbs are divided or declined in all 10 lakaras. One lakara, let. This lakara is always used in Vedas. So, we cannot use this late lakara. That's why we'll keep it aside. But still we are with 10 lakaras. Why? Because ling lakara is divided into 2 lakaras, that is Vidhiling and Ashirling. So, as we'll understand the meanings of lakaras, gradually we'll get to know 10 lakaras apart from let. Now we'll see lat lakara. Tip tas zhi, sip thas th, mip was mus. Third person, second person, first person. In first person, we say aham pathami, aham gachami. To say this, we have got mip here. Avam gachavaha. So, we have got was. Vayam gachamaha, mas. So, for present tense, we have all these suffixes as it is. So, let's make third person. Saha gachati, tau gachataha, te gachanti. Z changes to anti. The rules are given, but in the beginning we are supposed to remember that Z will become anti. Z means anti. Balakaha gachanti. Sip thas th. Tvam pathasi. Tvam yuvam pathatha, yuyam pathatha. So, now you are expert with all 3 persons, purushas. So, it is easy to understand what will be the suffix in present tense. Only the thing is to be remembered is z becomes anti. So, with lat lakara, z becomes anti and other suffixes are as it is. Sa is taken as it will change to aha. Vaha, maha, thaha, taha. Just like this it will go. So, is it okay to use present tense? Let's practice. We have learnt Vartaman Kala, that is present tense. Let's understand some new aspects about this lakara, lat lakara. As we have declined patha in pathati, pathataha, pathanti, we'll have to understand there are 2 types in Vartaman Kala, that is lat, Parasmai Padam and Atmane Padam. All the lakaras declined in Parasmai Padam also and Atmane Padam also. Some basic roots are in Parasmai Padam and some basic roots are in Atmane Padam. We cannot shift them from Atmane Padam to Parasmai Padam. Some roots go in Parasmai Padam also and in Atmane Padam also. So, they'll be called as Ubhayapadi. So, here in Parasmai Padam we made sentence Balaha Pathati. In Atmane Padam, these are the affixes, that is ta atam zh, thas atham dhvam, it vahing mahi. So, aham vande, avam vandavahi. So, vahi will become vahe in Vartaman Kal in lat. Aham vande, avam vandavahe, vayam vandamahe. Just like that, in third person, it will become saha vandate, tau vandetam, te vandante. So, how does it change? We will have to remember ta becomes te, atam becomes vandetam, Then Z become Vandante, Ante. Just like this, Z becomes Anti, here Z becomes Ante. So accordingly, the affixes will go. Total affixes are 18. It is not needed to remember all these affixes and then understand the changes. You can directly go to Lang Lakar or past tense or future tense, understanding the forms. So we can practice with the forms and make it easy. It's not needed to remember all these affixes and then understand the rules to change them. That is the next step. So in first step, we can use directly all the forms in future tense, forms in past tense, like that. We'll discuss those forms here, then after when we'll understand about all the lakaras. Now, what is to be called to these affixes, total 18, they have made short form that is called as pratyahara. It is from tip to ng. So ti, ng, both will come together and it will become ting. So all these pratyayas or affixes are called as ting affixes. So whichever form is made up of these ting, that is called as tingantam. So all these tingantaha are verbs, verb forms stating moods and tenses. These verb forms are with 10 lakaras apart from let, because let is only in Vedas. Now I think the picture is clear. Let's understand again. Ting is abbreviation which is made up by ti and ng, making short form. They call it ting. So this is tinganta. So verb forms are called as tingantaha. So if someone tells you that have you learnt all the tingantas, you can say definitely yes, we have learnt all the tingantas in Pravesha. So tingantaha, it means ting at the ending. So there includes Parasmai Padam, Atmane Padam. By practicing, we can understand which verbs are in Parasmai Padam and which verbs are in Atmane Padam. Parasmai Padam, Atmane Padam and Ubhaya Padam. All three padas are there in all the lakaras. Those are ending by ta, some lakaras, and ending by ng, some lakaras. Let's understand what is meant by every lakara. Now, we have understood that lat lakara is used for present tense. Let is for it is in Vedas. Lung is aorist. Lang is past tense. Lit is paroksha past tense, that is remote past tense. Means all these three are past tense. Lung, lang, lit. Three types of past tense. One is immediate past. Lang is yesterday's or somehow some time has passed. And lit is long time has passed. So you can use three forms. For example, I can give all the forms. That is what lit will be babhuva. Don't worry about, we are going to learn those. Lang is apathat, we have learnt it. You can use them. Lung is abhut. So abhut, abhavat, babhuva. So these three forms, I can give you English sentence for that. For example, lang will be I ate, I had my food. Had is lang. Lung will be just now I have completed my study. So that immediate past. Then paroksha will be long ago the king was ruling. So long ago king ruled in our city, or long ago, long back, there was a child. So when you want to say about the things which no one has seen, so that type of very remote past is used in Paroksha. Let's talk about Lut and Lut. Both the lakaras are used for future tense. One future tense we have practiced with bhavishyati, patishyati, khadishyati. You use them regularly. That is lut lakar. Lut lakar. And lut, root. Lut, root. There is difference in pronunciation. This is lut and this is lut. So lut lakara is immediate future. He is going to come. He is going to open the door. He is going to have some food. He is going to. So this going to immediate future. For that we are supposed to use bhavita. So this lut is very useful, but we will learn it gradually. Lut is bhavishyati, which you are using already. Now let's talk about next lakara, that is lung lakara. Lung lakara is your statement or your gaze about the action which has not occurred. Incomplete action is stated when some expectations are there from that action. For example, I haven't studied now, but if I would have got some time, I would have studied. Means just now what is there? I haven't studied. So this action has not occurred, which is incomplete, and about that I expect something and say I would have studied. So this is called as lung lakara. Aham bhojanam akarishyam. तत्र भोजनं नास्ति. यदि भोजनम् अभविष्यत् तर्हि अहं भोजनम् अकरिष्यम्. So this is always useful in condition. So you need some condition where you can make statement about the action which has not happened. So this is called as lung lakara. We'll take another example. Yadi aham adhyanam akarishyam tarhi parikshayam alekhishyam. We'll understand to make these forms then after, but just understand what kind of this mood is. So this lung lakara is very useful in daily conversation, because always we gaze something about the things which have not happened. Adya mata na agata. Yadi mata agamishyat tarhi aham vartam akarishyam. Mother has not come. If mother would have come, I would have talked with her. Next lakara is lot lakara. Lot is giving command, or you can, if you say please, then it becomes request. Agachatu, krupaya agachatu. So agachatu is command and krupaya agachatu is request. So this is imperative mood, which is very useful, and you have learnt it, and you can use it in your daily conversation. Vidhiling is lakara which is used by tilt by two ways. One is expectation, bhavet, should happen, and another is gaze, maybe, may have taken place. So you can say atra marjaraha no syat. So cat should not be here, and tatra marjaraha syat. You don't know about, you're gazing. Tatra marjaraha syat. So you don't know about, but you feel that there is some cat. So by both the ways you can use vidhiling, bhavet, pathet, likhet, khadet. So vidhiling is easy to use. Another ling is ashir ling, where benediction means you give shubham bhuyat, you give blessings. So it is your good wish. So that is in Ashirling. Saha kuriyat, so Shubham bhuyat. So it is very useful in giving blessings. Friends, we have discussed all the lakaras and we have understood that let lakara is always in Vedas. There are some examples in your book. So pay attention to your book and we'll read those examples and understand which lakara it is. Example, यदि एषः सम्यक् अपठिष्यत् तर्हि परीक्षायाम् उत्तीर्णः अभविष्यत्. If he had studied well, he would have passed in the examination. We can say he would have studied, he would have passed. You can say he had studied, he would have passed if he had studied. So this is conditional form. As we have understood that we need condition when we want to use lung lakara. So definitely this example is of lung lakara. Yadi Ramaha vanam na agamishyat tarhi rakshasa samharaha na abhavishyat. Had not Rama gone to the forest, the destruction of demons would not have been there. Yadi Ramaha vanam na agamishyat tarhi rakshasa samharaha na abhavishyat. Yadi nidra agamishyat tarhi shirovedana apagata abhavishyat. Had there been sleep, headache would have vanished. So normally we say if I would have slept, headache would have vanished. Yadi bhavan asuchayishyat tarhi aham akarishyam. If you had indicted, I would have done it. Yadi aham tatha akarishyam tarhi guruhu mam anindishyat. If I had done like that, the teacher would have reprimanded me. Friends, we are learning to use all the verbs in most of the lakaras. We have learnt about 10 lakaras and we are using lat lakara, lang lakara, lot lakara and lot lakara. Means bhavishyat or future tense, past tense, present tense and command. So these 4 lakaras are always very useful, but we'll have to get some new information about verbs to understand how to decline the verb form. Here there are some verbs. This is patha, it becomes pathati. Kupa, it becomes kupyati. So suddenly when you read this in your book, that kupa won't go kupati. No. Why? You don't know. Of course there is one reason behind. We'll learn that reason. Kupa goes kupyati. Jna will become janati. It won't go jati or nati. Ada will become atti. Da will become dadati. It will not become dati. So what is the reason? So this behavior of roots is dependent on their vikaranam. Let's understand what is this vikaranam. See, patha is basic root. We get patha. Then we get vikaranam, a. And then we put tip, tas, dhi, mip, vas, mas. So that ti. Then becomes pathati. If kupa is there, then we get kupa first, then vikaranam, ya, and then tip, tas, dhi. Accordingly, it becomes ti, it becomes kupyati. So from where this vikaranam has come? So for all the roots, these type of vikaranas are decided, and which vikarana will come, according to that there are 10 classes. All the roots are divided into dashaganaha. These are because of these vikaranas. So let's understand what kind of ganas these are, what kind of classification is this. Now we are going to learn 10 ganas, dashaganaha. how all the roots are divided into 10 classes. Let's see Prathama Ganaha, that is Bhu. Example is Bhu. Bhavati. Its Vikaranam is A. It becomes Bhwadihi. Its name is Bhwadihi. Adihi means etc. In Prathama Gana, there are dhatus read in Dhatu Patha. Total dhatus are 2000, and in our Dhatu Patha, they are read according to these ganas. So, first dhatu which is read in Dhatu Patha, by that itself the gana is named as Bhwadihi. Means what? Bhu, etc. Means all the verb forms or roots are included in Bhwadihi where avikaranam will be used. Here in second gana, this gana is Adadihi. First dhatu is Ada. All the dhatus will go like this dhatu, that is Atti. It doesn't have any vikaranam. Directly we put Ad and directly Ti, Tiptas, Zi will come. That's why this gana has made up. First of all, language was there, and then these ganas were made up how the language is used first. So all the grammarians, they have made 10 ganas as they got examples from the language which was used already. So this Atti, this type of roots were used where vikaranam was not seen. So this gana was made second gana, that is called as Adadi Ganaha. Third gana is Juhotyadi Ganaha. Example is Juhoti. Why? Because Hu is basic root. Juhoti is its form. And Juhoti, Hu has doubled here, and that's why Juhoti has become. For example, Da will become the Dati. It won't become Dati. The has doubled. So this is called as Dvitvam. So this is the speciality of third Ganaha. This Gana is based on this speciality. That's why it is called as Juhotyadi Ganaha. We cannot see any Vikaranam here. Still we see Dvitvam, that is doubling the letter. Fourth Gana is Divadi Ganaha. Here we have Vikaranam here. It goes as Divyati of Diva. Just we have seen Kupyati, Siddhyati, Buddhyati. So everywhere here will be seen at the place of Vikaranam. That's why this Gana is Divadi Ganaha. Fifth Ganaha is Swadi Ganaha, where Sui is root, Sunoti. For example, Sunoti, here Nu is Vikaranam. That's why this Gana is called as Swadi Ganaha. Sixth Gana is Tuda. Tudad means the first root is Tuda. Tudadi Ganaha. We can see A here. Now, in first Gana there is A Vikaranam. In sixth Gana also there is A Vikaranam. What is the difference? That all these roots which are in sixth Gana, why are they not in first Gana? There is one reason. In sixth Gana, the behavior of the root is different. There, most of the times, when we talk about future tense or lut lakara or any other form in all the lakaras, there takes place guna or first letter becomes long. For example, likhati is from sixth Gana, it becomes lekhishyati. It won't become likhishyati. In pathati, it becomes pathishyati. There is no problem. So first letter is not prolonged. That is called as guna. But in sixth, Likhati becomes lekhishyati. So this difference is there. That's why two ganas are there, though the vikaranam is same. Behavior of the roots is different. Seventh ganaha is rudhadi ganaha. Rudhadi ganaha, rudha root, runadhi. Na will come, and then that's why this is called as rudhadi. Runadhi. Chinatti. Now eighth gana, here tana is first root, first red root, means first they have read it. Tana, tanoti, u will be seen, that's why it is called as tanadi ganaha. Karoti, kru, then u is seen, then ti will come, it will become karoti. So eighth gana is tanadi gana. Ninth gana, kring, first dhatu, krinati. We can see na here, na is vikaranam, that's why this is called as kriyadi ganaha. Krinati, janati. These type of dhatus or verbs or roots will be in ninth gana. 10th gana is churadi ganaha. Chura, chorayati, we can see aya is vivid, so aya is vikaranam. So all these type of roots will be in 10th gana, that is churadi ganaha. So let's say once. Bhwadi adadi juhotyadi divadi swadi tudadi rudhadi tanadi kriyadi churadi. So all these dashaganas are very useful to understand all the verbs, their behavior and their declining. To remember all the lakaras, we have one shloka. Let's read that shloka. Pay attention in your book. लट्वर्तमाने लेड्वेदे भूते लुङ्लङ् लिटस्तथा विद्याशिशोस्तु लिङ्लोटौ लुङ्लुटौ लुट् भविष्यति. Let's say it again. लट्वर्तमाने लेड्वेदे भूते लुङ्लङ् लिटस्तथा विद्याशिशोस्तु लिङ्लोटौ लुङ्लुटौ लुङ् Bhavishyati. Now we are going to learn Saptami Vibhakti, that is locative case. Locative case is used when you want to specify the location. For example, pen is in my hand. So for in or on or at, we can use locative case, that is lekhani haste asti. So here Vahanam marge asti. Question will be kutra. Balakaha kutra asti. Balakaha gruhe asti. Lekhani kutra asti. Lekhani haste asti. Rushayah bharate asan. Rushayah kutra asan? Bharate. So bharatam will decline as bharate. Vyakarane mama ruchihi asti. When you have any interest in any subject, you can use locative case as Vyakarane mama ruchihi asti. Itihase mama ruchihi asti. Mahabharate naikaha kathaha santi. So kathaha are stories. There are many stories in Mahabharatam. So Mahabharate naikaha kathaha santi. So let's learn all the forms of Saptami Vibhakti. Ramaha, Rame, Rameshu. Rame mama shraddha asti. If lot many Ramaha are there, then we can make Balakeshu. Balakeshu ekaha atichaturah asti. Balakeshu ekaha balakaha atichaturah asti. Mala, malayam, akarantam strilingam. Malayam pushpani सन्ति। मालासु एका माला दीर्घा अस्ति। सर्वासु मालासु एका माला दीर्घा अस्ति। वनम् इस् वने, वने व्याघ्रः जीवति। वने सिंहः अस्ति। वनेषु तडागाः भवन्ति। वनेषु प्राणिनः भवन्ति। हरिः ह्रस्व ईकारान्तं पुल्लिङ्गं हरौ। हरौ मम श्रद्धा अस्ति। हरिषु we can take hari as प्राणिनः or animals, or there is one meaning that is simha also. सर्वेषु हरिषु एकः उत्तमः सिंहः अस्ति। मतिः ह्रस्व ईकारान्तं स्त्रीलिङ्गं मत्यां। मम मत्यां संस्कृतचिन्तनम् अस्ति। मतिषु अस्माकं मतिषु संस्कृतं भवतु। नदी दीर्घ ईकारान्तं स्त्रीलिङ्गं, that is नद्यां। नदीषु नद्यां जलम् अस्ति। भारते नदीषु उत्तमं जलम् अस्ति। दधि नपुंसकलिङ्गं ईकारान्तं नपुंसकलिङ्गं दध्नि, or its option is given in your book, that is dadhini. Both you can use dadhni. Dadhni शर्करां स्थापयतु। दध्नि शर्करां योजयतु। दधिषु, if many types of dadhis are there, you can say दधिषु शर्करा लवणम् अन्य आतञ्चनं च स्थापयतु। गुरुः ह्रस्व उकारान्तं पुल्लिङ्गं गुरौ। गुरौ महाज्ञानम् अस्ति। गुरुषु सर्वेषु गुरुषु एकः गुरुः मम समीपे एव वसति। Amongst all the gurus, गुरुषु। धेनुः ह्रस्व उकारान्तं स्त्रीलिङ्गं, that is धेनौ। धेनौ सर्वे देवाः वसन्ति। धेनुषु सर्वासु धेनुषु एका शुभ्रा अस्ति। मधु नपुंसकलिङ्गं उकारान्तं मधुनि। मधुनि मक्षिका पतति। मधुषु, if many types of madhus are there, you can say मधुषु एकं मधु उत्तमम् अस्ति। पिता ऋकारान्तं पुल्लिङ्गं पितरि। मम पितरि मम श्रद्धा अस्ति। पितृषु सर्वेषु पितृषु एकः मम पिता अस्ति। माता ऋकारान्तं स्त्रीलिङ्गं मातरि। मातृशब्दः। मातरि मम प्रीतिः अस्ति। मातरि मम आसक्तिः प्रीतिः अस्ति। मातृषु मातृषु सर्वाः उत्तमाः प्रौढाः महिलाः सन्ति। We learn सर्वनाम pronoun in locative case now. सप्तमी विभक्तिः। तत् सर्वनाम, it will be नपुंसकलिङ्गं, पुल्लिङ्गं and स्त्रीलिङ्गं। तत् सः सा. So tat will become tasmin. तस्मिन् पुस्तके चित्रम् अस्ति। तस्मिन् पात्रे दुग्धम् अस्ति. So when you want to specify, you use pronoun. So tat will become tasmin. It's plural. Te, that is teshu. Teshu patreshu padarthaः सन्ति. तेषु नगरेषु कोलाहलः भवति. So तेषु you can use in sarvanama plural. Then saha, same as napusakalingam, tasmin, teshu. तस्मिन् ग्रन्थे विषयः अस्ति. तेषु ग्रन्थेषु विषयाः निरूपिताः सन्ति. तेषु पुरुषेषु एकः मम बन्धु अस्ति. सा, इट्स् स्त्रीलिङ्गं फेमिनैन्, तस्यां. तस्यां पेटिकायां पुस्तकम् अस्ति. In that box. तासु. तासु पेटिकासु पुस्तकानि स्थापयतु. So many boxes are there. Petika. So it will become tasu petikasu. Then to form question, it will become kim, kasmin. Kim asti, kim nagaram, kasmin nagare सः वसति, कस्मिन् नगरे मम शिक्षकः वसति. So when you want to form question, kasmin. Then keshu. Keshu nagareshu shikshakah vasati. It will decline in pullingam also. Saha, its question is kaha. It will become kasmin and keshu. Kasmin granthe ganitam asti. केषु ग्रन्थेषु इतिहासविषयः अस्ति. सा, its question will be का. सा is तस्यां, so का will be कस्यां. कस्यां पेटिकायां वस्त्रं स्थापयामि. कस्यां पेटिकायां ग्रन्थं स्थापयामि. कासु पेटिकासु ग्रन्थाः सन्ति. So for question formation, you can use kim in kaha and ka. Asmat is aham, mai. So for some virtues, you can specify mai shraddha asti, mai dharana asti, mai atmavishwasaha asti. I have confidence in me. So this in me is mai. Asmasu, amongst us. Asmasu ekaha uttamaha asti. Asmasu kaha shikshakaha asti. Asmasu, amongst us. So aham will be same for pullingam, strilingam, napusakalingam, as you know. Yushmat, tvam. त्वयि. त्वयि मम विश्वासः अस्ति. I trust in you. युष्मासु. युष्मासु एकः मम गृहम् आगतवान्. One person amongst you came to my home. So that is amongst you. Yushmasu. Yushmasu अध्ययन आसक्तिः अस्ति. So thus you can use pronoun in locative case. Let's know some information about Saptami Vibhakti. Where to use it comfortably, let's learn that. Kutra. Pustake chitram asti. For that, question will be Kutra chitram asti. Bhavan kutra vasati. Aham nagare vasami. So this kutra, whenever question comes across, you are supposed to give answer by Saptami Vibhakti. Same like that, kada is concerned with time. So whenever you want to specify the time, you can say kada bhojanam karoti. Sayankale bhojanam karoti. Kada कार्यक्रमः अस्ति. पंचमदिनाङ्के कार्यक्रमः अस्ति. So time, day, month, or week, or year. You can specify by asking kada in locative case, that is Saptami Vibhakti. Another important aspect is Upavishati. Always you are supposed to use locative case when you say Upavishati. Balaha asande upavishati. Shikshakaha kate upavishati. So wherever you sit, for that specially locative case is important. Shraddha, Adaraha, Vishwasaha, these type of positive emotions, if you want to tell about them, you are supposed to say Shikshake mama Shraddha asti. Then locative case is important. Gurau mama Adaraha asti. Dharme mama Vishwasaha asti. We have learned all the 7 cases till now. Just now, we have learned locative case, that is Saptami Vibhakti. All the 7 cases are used in singular and plural. Dual form you are supposed to practice gradually as you start speaking in Sanskrit. Here is Sambodhan Vibhakti, which is one variation of nominative case. Sambodhan Vibhakti is not 8th case, it's one version of nominative case to call a person. So vocative case is very useful in calling or specifically addressing someone. Here, if Ramaha is there, you are supposed to say Hey Rama. So we have japa Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So Hare is what? Sambodhanam. Rama agacchatu. Male pathatu. Mate shighram karyam karotu. Harihi will become Hare. He Hare mam rakshatu. Guru adnyam dadatu. He Guru adnyam dadatu. So every time before Sambodhan, if you put He, then addressing becomes more emphasizing. So He Rama agacchatu. He Rama agaccha. He Male pathatu. He Guru upadesham karotu. Nandini dirgha ikarantam, it will become rasvam, means short, that is Nandini. He Nandini. So for Bhavati, you are supposed to shorten it. Bhavati is ikarantam, Strilingam. Bhavan, Bhavati. So it becomes short. Bhavati agacchatu. Bhavati upavishatu. Dheno, He Dheno krupam karotu. Dhenuhu will be Dheno. Here there are some addressing patterns, that is Bhoho. Bhoho Shriman agacchatu. Bhoho Mitra kutra gacchati. Re Mitra shrunotu. So when you want to address Re Sakhi, Re Mitra. Re is common for all, but Aye is only for Strilingam. Aye Sakhi shrunotu. Aye Nandini agacchatu. Aye. I is also another form. Ai Mataha upadesham karotu. Ai Putri likhatu. So I will be put up before Sambodhanam. Putri, before that Ai Putri. So it means O. Mahodaya will be for any person. If you want to say Mahodaya tishtatu, Mahodaya atra agacchatu. Shriman is common for giving respect. You can call like Shriman Agachatu. Arya Agachatu. For Strilingam, it is Arye Upavishatu. For mother, you are supposed to say Mataha Upavishatu. In conversation, we call mother Amba, so you can say Amba Upavishatu. Bhagini Agachatu. So Bhagini will go just like Nandini. So this is the use of Sambodhan Vibhakti, that is vocative case. Let's use it.